Welcome up Hector, please.
Okay, so my story takes place way back in 2006. It was April 5th. It was a Tuesday, and I was 6 years old at the time. I was going to elementary school back in over there in Garden Grove. It's called Simmons Elementary School. And in this story, my friend Chava, my friend Kevin, my mom, my dad are also involved. And just like any other day, my mom would wake me up at like 7:30, and of course I didn't want to wake up because who wants to wake up that early, right? And so I would get dressed up, I would get ready, I would eat pancakes or cereal or whatever was available for breakfast, and we would go on a 20-minute walk from my house to my school. And I would be there for like 8:30 to like 1, and we had our backdoor neighbor, Bianca, which was Chava's mom, pick us up. So we would go home, she would pick us up, and we would get home by like 1:30, 1:40. And so like whenever I got home, I would change into comfortable clothes and do my homework if I had any, and after that eat. So like all this was my daily routine, and around 3:30 or 4 I would always ask my mom for permission to go outside with my friends and to hang out and ride our bikes, you know. So like this day, me and Kevin and Chava went outside. Chava had just gotten a go-kart, which was pretty beat up. He got it from a garage sale for like 20 bucks. So it didn't even have the plastic covers around the metal bars, and we're just all excited, like, man, it's cool, you know, and all that stuff, because we just had bikes and we thought it was really cool. So we're just riding, and Chava's in front of me, and me and Kevin are riding alongside. So like we head into this parking lot, and I remember as I'm riding, I just turned right. Something caught my attention, and it's a bright blue 57 truck. It was a Chevy truck with chrome rims. It was the cleanest truck ever, and I'm just staring at it. And right then, my face turned into the emoji with the two hard eyes, and I was just like amazed by it. And we're riding, but I didn't realize that my friend Chava, in his go-kart ahead of me, he had stopped too, and he was just amazed by it too. So I never even looked back. So as I'm riding, I just all of a sudden place my side forward, and I realized then that my friend Chava was in front of me. So like as soon as I turn so my side forward, I immediately bump into him, and I remember that I flipped, and I remember this was like in slow motion. So like as I'm flipping in slow motion, just like bam, my right arm hits one of the metal bars of his go-kart, instantly breaking my radius, which is a bone we have here in our forearm. So my bone was like literally in a U shape. It was like just hanging, and you could literally put your chin in there. So like as soon as I got up, I was just like crying. Well, trying to hold my cry. I was just like 6 years old and trying not to be called like a pussy or like crybaby by my friends. So like I just hold my hand, and it was like bruised and purple and ugly and nasty, and I was just like this, and it was just like kind of shaky. And then I remember I was just like speed walking to my house, and in the back I remember my friend Chava was like, "Wait, you forgot your bike." So like as soon as I got home, I was like, Mom, look at my arm. And then my mom was like, what happened? And then as soon as she sees my arm, she's like, oh my God, what happened to your arm? And then I explained, oh, I bumped into my friend's car. I broke it with one of the metal bars around it. So like she instantly calls my dad, and he's working in Santa Ana at that time. We were living in Garden Grove, so it was like a 25-minute drive, and this was around 4:30 p.m. So like it was almost rush hour. So like I don't know if he got there, but he got there within 15 minutes. He gets home. We rush to the hospital. I go into the ER. I'm in this bed, and then I remember that the doctor explains to my parents that, oh, we're gonna have to pull his hand, relocate the bone, put a cast around it, and that's gonna be it. He's gonna have to be there. He's gonna have to be like that for like a month and a half. So like the nurse sees that my mom is worried, you know. She's just like freaking out, and she tells her if she wants to step outside for like a couple seconds, and she agrees. They step outside. So like then the doctor tells me again the procedure: pull your hand, relocate the bone, put a cast around it. So like he said, on the count of 3, I'm gonna pull your hand. So like I remember I was just in the bed like laying down, and then as he's counting 1, I'm counting 1, 2. He counts 2, I count 2. I'm not even done counting 2, 3, and he just pulls my arm, and man, that hurt like a bitch. And after that, they just put cast around it, And for the following month and a half, I would have to do my homework with my left hand, and it was quite the struggle. So ever since that day, I have never ever ridden a bicycle, a tricycle, or a unicycle because of my fear of falling and breaking my hand. So that was the story of my worst day.